This ointment isn't from the internet or popular rumor. Its formula was developed by a man who, at 29, was told by doctors he'd never get out of his chair. But he did, and for 40 years afterward, he's been helping people return to normal life without surgery or pills, including those who'd had knee pain for 20 to 30 years. Today, I've shared 4 recipes for his homemade ointments. The first ointment relieves pain in just 3 days. The second initiates cartilage regeneration. The third reduces nighttime swelling. The fourth is made from 2 ingredients you have in your home right now. Get ready to take notes. But first, a very brief overview of what happens inside the knee, because understanding this is important. It will immediately become clear why ointments work where conventional medications and pills fail. Look, inside the joint, there's a thin cushion called cartilage. When it's healthy, the knee bends smoothly, without pain or crunching. But here's the thing. Cartilage doesn't have its own blood vessels. It relies solely on the fluid that bathes it. When blood flow around the joint decreases, the cartilage begins to starve. That's where a slight crunching sound first appears in the morning, and people don't even notice it. Then stiffness sets in. Many have probably noticed that you need to walk around for a few minutes in the morning to get moving, and the next stage is pain when walking. And when the pain starts, even when you're sitting or lying down, that's when the proverbial slam comes to an end, and the person goes to the doctor, their cartilage thoroughly worn down. The doctor looks at the x-ray and pronounces the verdict: you have osteoarthritis. Friends, remember, your knees are stiff in the morning, and when you get out of bed, you need time to get moving. I can tell you for sure that blaming age is pointless. You need to take care of yourself. Also, always pay attention to your joints in the evening. If by evening the joint is warm to the touch and slightly swollen, this is a sign that the cartilage is no longer receiving nourishment. Now let's move on to the first recipe. This is an emergency ointment, and we have Valentin Ivanovich Dykal to thank for this ointment. In his youth, he worked in the circus as an acrobat and aerialist. In 1962, during a performance, the safety rope snapped. He fell from a height and broke his spine. The doctors told him bluntly he won't walk. He'll be confined to a wheelchair forever. Dykal is 29 years old, but he didn't accept this verdict. He began developing his own exercises and ointment formulations right in the hospital, and within a few years, he was up and walking. He then created rehabilitation centers that still operate in Moscow today. Thousands of people with arthrosis after joint surgery and fractures have passed through his hands, and ointments were part of each recovery program. So, he explained this ointment to his patients very simply. There are nerve endings in the knee that transmit pain signals to the head. Red hot pepper contains a substance called capsaicin. It contacts these nerve endings and initially causes a burning sensation. This is normal, as it should be. Then it simply shuts off the pain pathway. Not for an hour, like a pill, but for several hours. And with each use, the duration gets longer. According to studies, with regular use of such ointments, pain is reduced by 40 to 60% in just 2 weeks. Here's how to prepare the ointment. Take 30 milliliters of olive oil and add half a teaspoon of ground red hot pepper. Specifically, hot pepper, no paprika or barbecue mixture. Then add 20 milliliters of Dimixid. For those who don't know, it's a common liquid from the pharmacy. It's sold without a prescription and is inexpensive. Why is it needed here? Without it, the pepper only acts on the surface of the skin, while Dimixid acts as a conductor. It delivers all the beneficial ingredients directly to the joint. Then add 1 teaspoon of beeswax. Place everything together in a double boiler. Heat to 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. This is about the temperature of very hot tea, but not boiling. Stir until the wax is completely dissolved. Remove from heat, cool, and pour into a glass jar. Apply a thin layer to the knee. Rub in circular motions for 3 to 5 minutes, and wrap with a wool scarf for 30 to 40 minutes. It's best to do this in the evening before bed. After 3 days, morning stiffness is noticeably reduced. After 2 weeks, the pain when walking is reduced by about half. Many of Dykal's patients said that this ointment was what started it all. But here's what's important to understand. This ointment relieves pain, but the next one goes deeper. It begins to restore the cartilage itself, what has been deteriorating for years. And unfortunately, few people know about it. Recipe number 2, comfrey ointment. Friends, let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of comfrey. You might know it as comfrey. They're the same plant. I'd be interested to know who grew it in their grandmother's garden. Comfrey isn't called comfrey by accident. Its root contains a substance called allanthine. It penetrates the skin and triggers cell division directly in the cartilage tissue. Simply put, cartilage begins to renew itself slowly but truly. German scientists tested this on 220 patients with knee pain. Those who used comfrey ointment experienced a 35% reduction in pain after 3 weeks. Those who were given a placebo ointment experienced an 8% reduction. Here's the deal.